Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. Our friend David Foreman is our guest. He's known as the herbal pharmacist. It doesn't say it here, but I also know he's an ND, naturopathic doctor. And I call him when I have aches and pains because I get free medical advice. We're talking about something that I frankly have never heard about, and I guess you haven't either, David, and that's sarcopenia.
Right. Yeah, actually, I mean, I'd heard of it years ago, but it wasn't one of those things that, beat us over the head with in pharmacy school. And I really think it's because, if you go to your doctor and they're not really going to do anything for you necessarily. They can probably see it, and you can probably see it, or you can maybe feel it because you're weaker. But, there's no, prescription drug that people can take. Or, there's nothing prescription you can take for this condition. And, we're learning more and more about it. And you think about it, with, baby boomers being, we're like the oldest part of the population now, and not the biggest part of the population.
Yeah, we are the biggest. We're still the biggest part.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought whatever. Yeah. So
yeah, millennials will catch up, but by the time they do, they'll be the oldest part.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So this is actually, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, Mark. You know that, but I feel like this is something that, because of what it contributes to, those major diseases. I don't like the word epidemic, but I was going to use it. This is something that's very serious, and I feel like it's very preventable and very easily reversed. Even for those people that don't like to exercise, there's still some things we can do that don't take a whole heck of a lot of effort, to incorporate or change in your lifestyle. I mean, it's just it's mind-boggling to me that this hasn't gotten more attention, and it's kind of cool that that we are actually talking about it. I think the people that are listening that are 50 and over, you all can identify with me right now with the things I've said. The people that are in their 30s and 40s, you probably don't get it. You're like, nah, I'm good right now. But this is something you need to be aware of, because I'm telling you, it's going to happen.
Well, what happens is one of the symptoms, if you will, kind of a physical and mental slowdown. In other words, as we age, we tend to slow down, But if we work out, I find that if I work out 3 times a week, and right now I'm without weights, but I'm going to incorporate that starting tomorrow morning now that I know about this. Is that something I should be aware of? That I should do weights. It doesn't have to be heavy weights, I would assume. It's just doing light weights.
Well, yeah, I mean, you start out at whatever you can handle, obviously. I'm not an exercise physiologist, but you start out at a lower weight that's comfortable. But then you do need to, the whole point of it is resistance. So you do want to, when you're up to 8 to 12 reps, lifting weights, and it's kind of easy for you, then that's when you want to, increase the amount of weight, to where it is a little more of a struggle to do 8. And then you get up to almost 12 again, and you're feeling pretty good. Then you bump the weight up again. That's kind of what I've been doing. A year ago, Mark, I was using dumbbells at the gym, and I would be able to do the military press. So you're sitting on your butt, you're leaning back against the back rest or whatever, and then you're pressing from your shoulders up to your hands. And I started at 35 pounds back then, and now I can do 50 with each arm. And and I don't look huge, but and the thing is, I can tell if I've been bad about working out, and I go within a week, I can already see the atrophy happening, in my 50s, and then when we hit 60, it can even get worse. So
but we hear about people like in their 90s who work out religiously. And they still drive, they have their sight, they have their hearing, and they're working out a couple of hours a week, doing weights as well as some cardio.
Yeah, and it's funny. When I used to live in Florida, I had a YMCA. That was the nice gym near my house, and there was a guy there, Al. I mean, God, I loved Al. You know, he went to the driving range every day, but he went to the gym 5 days a week. And, you know, he would ride an exercise bike for, I don't know, probably 15 minutes, and then he'd go over and, you know, he'd use the weight machines for a little while. And, you know, I feel like the reason, you know, one of the biggest, I think, issues that we can go back to that happens because of sarcopenia is it's probably the most important cause for functional decline and loss of our independence as we get older. So think of those people that we know, past family members maybe that are no longer here. Like I think of my grandparents now. I think of my parents, you know, and they lose their independence because they become weaker and more frail and whatever. And what I'm saying to you is, by bumping up your protein, you know, making sure you're using, you know, the essential amino acids to help force the protein that's in your body to make more muscle, you know, using Rejuvenate, just, you know, a pack a day. And then by doing resistance training, regardless of your age, you know, these are things that you can do so that you can get your independence back, maybe. You know,
got it. I've got to tell you, Dave, we've got to go because I've got to run over to the local health food store and get some amino acids. And the name of that is, I wrote it down, Rejuvenate. Yeah. Listen, Dave, we
only on the web. RejuvenateMuscle.com is the website. Okay?
Oh, okay, got it. Right. Yeah. Hey, listen, we'll see you this week. I'm Mark Alyn. We're coming back just a couple of moments here on Late Night Health.